Innovation is in our blood, always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems, sorry future generations, video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea, attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well yeah, but not as good as it could. So we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood, always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems, sorry future generations, video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea, attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well yeah, but not as good as it could. So we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood, always has been, always will be. For glory. SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea. Attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well, yeah, but not as good as it could, so we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea. Attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well, yeah, but not as good as it could, so we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea. Attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well, yeah, but not as good as it could, so we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems.
These are those moments I don't think anybody else is going to forget.
Sa inyong lahat because we are back here in Focus Fires. We're going to be casting IEM Fall 2021. Ako si Rayden, syempre kasama ko muli si Sneaky Frog at ngayon na nga sa ating best of one na ikakast ngayon na habang simultaneously siyang nangyayari, it's going to be Big versus Fun plus Phoenix.
I mean, Big versus Fun plus Phoenix. I mean, napaka-interesting na match na to. Not gonna lie. Kasi I haven't seen Fun plus Phoenix in a while. Ever since nga meron silang stint na nangyari dun sa Flashpoint. And after that, hindi na sila nag-appear. Pero yeah, Fun plus Phoenix, I mean, meron silang bagong vamped roster with, Stico on their team. I think replacing itong si Hades, if I'm not mistaken. Alam kong may umalis dito sa Fun plus Phoenix na nalipat nga dun sa mga Tier 1 EU teams. But still, they're still a force to be reckoned with dito sa ating best of ones. And mga kalaban nila dito ay ang Dust 2 Warriors ng EU na pangalan nila ay Berlin International Gaming, also known as Big. And yeah, this is gonna be an interesting one to say the least.
And if you already has seen ang ating map Vitos, which is mangyayari lang in a bit, I'm really excited on how they will be able to play this. So far, ang Big naman, they've been consistent. But I'm curious about Fun plus Phoenix because so far in their lead right now here in IEM Fall, they've defeated Mouse Sports, although they had a hard time going up against Copenhagen na makasali din right now here in IEM. But nonetheless, sa tingin ko, Big talaga has the bigger experience, knowing that there was just some of her re-rosters right now for FunPlus Phoenix. But the fact that this tier 2 teams that we've been seeing are also making its way here sa ating IEM. But then, kita-kita na nga natin ang map Vito. Okay, Big goes with the ban of Inferno. And also ban ng Nuke. While sa side naman ng FunPlus Phoenix. Let's see.
Mhm. And yeah, yung to quote lang yung changes ulit ng FunPlus Phoenix, no. So nitong 2021, alam niyo naman guys, nung January 25th na in-acquire ng FunPlus Phoenix after having their full Danish roster, itong God-sent roster, which, you know, consisted of mostly international talent with Zen, Stico, Madden, Farleague, at si Devil Walk as a coach. I mean, Devil Walk as a coach, man, that's a miracle, to be honest, to have. So yeah, really lucky dito yung FPX, but still, in-acquire nila si Chris J Unknown, but then they terminated his contract. Then they signed Emmy. So mga ilang months pa lang dito si Emmy, around 3 to 4 months. So I think meron na siyang time para mag-adjust dito sa FunPlus Phoenix, and I think Devil Walk is gonna give him an easy time to adjust with the team. But still, it's big. We're talking about Berlin International Gaming. Napakalakas ng team na to. Every time that they get into a tournament, their presence is just, you know, hindi mo talaga sila ma-underestimate, to be honest. Kasi etong Big, every time they enter a major, they always consistently place ito sa mga top 8. And especially itong Big, napaka-consistent with their play. And despite having, you know, new player on their team, parang wala naman nangyari sa kanila nung dito sa roster change nila.
Actually, di mo naman gano'ng mararamdaman sa side ng Big ito eh. Pero remember, this is going to be Overpass. And statistically, we haven't seen much of FunPlus Phoenix. So, sa Big naman, sobrang rare na pinipili nila to. So, ka-type of na mapa na sobrang tie kagad ng kanilang paglalaro ngayon, pero isa na lang kagad natitira. That's going to be Tabsen himself, even if sa entries ay medyo na-punish ng kakaunted FunPlus Phoenix, they were able to take out yung dalawa pang naghihintay sa may side. And then now, going up against T, will he be able to clutch this one? He gets the Maiden. Dalawa na lang kagad ang natitira. He goes with the force na already. Kailangan niya talagang i-finish the dive because time is ticking. He doesn't have that defuse kit to actually get it. But then, Farleague na naghihintay lang sa may default gets Tabsen. 1-0 na nga in favor of FunPlus.
And that could have been way more para dito sa Big, especially with the plays na ginagawa dito ni Searson galing nga sa Toxic Air. If he could have gotten one more, that could have easily been a 1v2 or rather a 1v1 para dito sa Big. Pero unfortunate circumstance dito sa ating first pistol round. Then I think magpo-force dito yung Big. Yep, they're gonna force, knowing na FPX, they're probably gonna be on a really good buy dito sa round na to. And if they can get itong FunPlus Phoenix, no, especially sa round na to where economy is really low for both sides, nako, pag natalo ka dito, FunPlus Phoenix, it's not a good time for your money.
Kita mo naman na sa Big, they just bought out yung mga digs nila and just one scout coming from Searson. So this is going to be big for the side of FunPlus Phoenix. They still have that bigger advantage, syempre. Pero looking at that, Emmy sees the head out kagad ni Gate at pwede na sila kagad pumasok sa site dahil may mga utilities sila na unti-unting nababawasan ang health ng Big. Pero so far, wala pa rin. They're just waiting patiently dahil ayaw mo mabawasan ng those digs. Kahit ba may pagka-nerf ng onti, kapag ikaw na headshot, ganun pa rin, doesn't change at all. And speaking of, alam na kagad, nalakuha na napakalaking information kagad dito sa Tizian as to how many guys yung naghihintay sa kanila sa may monster. And speaking of this crossfire, will it be effective? Speaking of, yes na nga, because Tizian sees the head out of Zen and looks like Farleague, no peak, pero effective naman kasi kahit pa paano. And we only have Searson with his scout and he spots out the one, he tags out the Stico, pero he will be backing off na lang and maybe just get with the exit frags.
I mean, really good job galing dito sa FPX. And this is what I was talking about. Yung solid teamwork dito ng FPX can really come into effect. And I mean, it's looking like komportable na nga dito si Emmy sa kanilang roster. The system is going its way. And 2-0 FPX start, especially knowing that Big went for the second round force. I think mag-iiko lang sila going into this third. But still, loss bonus nasa side dito ng big, no? So, makakabili pa rin sila.
Oh, kahit papaano, pwedeng-pwede nila tong maihabol dahil it's just the first 2 rounds being won by Fun plus Phoenix. But that loss bonus itself, tignan natin if it will be effective. Pero ito na nga, ganda na sana ng ginawa ni Tizian. Pero unfortunately, malaki talaga yung kalamangan ng Fun plus Phoenix into forcing out of the second round bye that they have. And yeah, even if for B, we haven't seen anything from Fun plus Phoenix for the past 3 months here in Overpass. The fact na ang big din, isang beses pa lang natin sila nakikita na nanalo dito for the past few months. Tingin ko napakalaki pa rin na advantage to sa Fun plus Phoenix. Plus, di yan gano sobrang experience si Big when it comes to Overpass. But maybe this will be the time that they will actually tell that they're actually experienced pagdating dito. Pero speaking of, throwables lang ngayon. Meron lang silang puro nades lang kinuha ng Big ngayon just to delay so much of Fun plus Phoenix plus the USPs.
Delikado ka dito, Stico. But they went off of their position. Yun lang. There were on the spots na pwede nilang i-triple nade itong monster area. Mukhang si Madden gonna go for the farm. Lalabas naman nila yung mga grenades and 90 HP lang nabawasan dito kay Madden. Mac 10 is still out and in effect. And mukhang farm round lang to para dito sa FPX. And seryoso na lang. Mukhang, yeah, he's just gonna die to the Mac 10. Like, wala na siya magagawa. USP and Dream, unless ma-double dink mo dito si Stico, it's not looking likely. And yun na nga.
Okay. So, kitang-kita na ba natin a great start sa Fun plus Phoenix. Yan sinasabi ko, diba? Pag maganda din yung naigib mo ng first half, it's going to be favorable on your side, just like what we've seen on yesterday's set of games. But then, dito kita-kita ko, inaabangan din yung laban ng Heroic versus Astralis. Even I am actually looking forward with that. Pero ngayon, focus muna tayo sa Big versus Fun plus Phoenix. Because I was expecting Big coming in from Big. Pero at least, tignan natin ba rin yung makahabol sa dahil full buy round na nga to sa kanila. Serson, wala nga lang ma-hit. Pero at least Gate and Kito was able to take out the stick on the nades on the other side of the map.
And 4v5 already para dito sa FPX. I mean, FPX, we want to have as much numbers as possible, especially dito sa T side. And losing Stico very early on, yun yung usual second or third fragger para sa team nyo. That's a huge loss para sa kanila if they want to get this round and continue their streak. Kaso, meron ng AWP dito si Searson, and every time that this guy holds this gun, lagi siyang may threat na makakabawa siya ng isa. And pag nag-swing dito si Zen, and that might just be what he is looking for. Pero tamang patience lang galing sa kanya as the A-long players go for this push. And the flashes and smokes are about to come in galing dito sa FPX. And mukhang masaspatan lang dito ni Tabsen. Molly is about to come out. Sakto ba yung nade niya? Uy, naglanding sa isang player pero nakatakas na dito si Emmy through the Molly the smoke para lang ma-distinguish. Pero Emmy from behind, makukuha din si Kito. Tabsen is gonna take down Madden. Uy, onting tag lang through the smoke. Emmy is gonna be down to 15 HP. Tamang swing lang. Pero Gate from behind, coming from Connector. And yun na nga, good start galing dito sa Big. 1-3.
Akala ko madidistract na sila sa isang guy lang sa may short. Pero at least they realize nila that, a lot of will be coming from long. And that's it. That's how Big gotten out of it. And of course, let's give it to the guys who came from Connector. Getting a good hold na kagad sa control ng short and finally pinning out down the members of FPX. Pero so far, maganda din kasi yung delay ng op when you have it sa may A-site. Kita-kita mo medyo nag-alangan din kagad yung Fun plus Phoenix. Pero as of now, Maiden be able to pin down the upper right now from Big si Stressen kaya babagsak sa kanya. And so far, yan na nga yung sinasabi ko sa inyo. Si Tabsen ngayon ay pinabagsak na nila. And they will have a complete control all over short. Pero may mga naghihintay pa rin. Mas timingan kaya ni Stressen this time around.
It's really bad para dito sa Big. Especially itong si Searson. He did not get the trade kill but he also wasted a scope para lang makataka siya dito. Oh, no scope attempt. It's not gonna take anyone down, but he has to back off immediately kasi susundan na siya ng mga FPX players dito. Flash is about to come in. Burst with the Glock. Masastuck siya dito sa WC. Down in the toilet he goes. And Stico, masaspatan niya si Gade, but he does get one in return. And Madden getting the final kill. 1-4. Okay, FPX. The T side dito sa Overpass once again leading the charge.
This is actually pretty big sa FAD plus Phoenix. Hindi ko in-expect na they would be playing aggressively when it comes to their T side. Plus, they know who is the pin person na kailangan nila i-punish so that they can actually make a good decision na already of how they will be committing sa isang side. They went with the split push but it worked for them. But right now, tignan natin, mapapa-force na naman tong big na mag-save and kitang-kita naman natin na medyo alangan pa ang big so far. Paano ba sila magkakaroon ng decisions dito? And usually kapag sa Overpass, may kind of favorable lang naman sa city in my opinion. Pero the fact na nakakapag-aggressive lang yung Fan plus Phoenix dito, plus the good setups also coming in from them, shows to us that kahit wala kang nakikita at all from Fan plus Phoenix, when it comes to Overpass, they really impress me in the set of rounds that we're seeing right now.
And it's especially threatening kasi yung mga teams dito sa best of one, especially yung mga ranked around 40 to 20, yun talaga yung kailangan mong i-watch out, especially dito sa mga brackets because those are the teams that are looking to get into the major immediately. So they're gonna try anything para lang makapasok sila doon sa IEM. And definitely Fun Plus Phoenix pulling out the secret weapon. Kagaya nga ng sinabi mo, they have not played Overpass in the past 3 months. And FPX, I think nag-practice sila behind the scenes just to pull it out against a top team. I mean, Berlin International Gaming, unfortunately, sila pala yung unang biktima dito ng FPX cheese ng T-side. And especially ito sa Fun Plus Phoenix, most of the time pag naiisip kong Fun Plus Phoenix, even before na hindi pa sila Fun Plus Phoenix nung Godsent pa yung roster nila before Godsent went with that Brazilian team na kasama si Taco, mas naiisip ko sila as more of a city-sided team. And hindi sila masyadong too aggressive, but I like na nag-change na yung pace ng Onti dito, especially itong si Farlig, no? He's willing to opt na ngayon dito sa T-side more aggressively. I mean, yeah, he is yung opper nga dito sa T-side, but Farlig has been leading the charge para sa kanyang team for the past few games. If you guys have not been watching any FPX games, so he's been doing a stellar job para buhatin dito ang FPX. But Berlin International Gaming, big, mukhang it's just gonna be a B-side stack. Probably what's gonna happen is mamamatay yung dumpster player dito in 3, 2, 1. Never mind, di pala siya mag-over peak. So Searson, masa-stuck lang dito sa bank. And yeah, that's gonna be the save.
Akala natin, pwede po siyang makapitas pero already predicted na ng Fun Plus Phoenix. But you know what? The big fun fact lang about the recent games of Fun Plus Phoenix is that they defeated Mouse Esports in Nook. And we all know that Mouse Sports maganda talaga yung mapa when it comes sa Nook nila. Sobrang experience. Ito yung pinaka-highest rating nila ngayon. Pero it's also best ng Fun Plus Phoenix eh. So let's say na it's Fun Plus Phoenix talaga working all against these teams that are really experienced din naman. But as of now, wala na ngang oras para makapagbitik pang bigat all and FPX will be leading already by 4 rounds. And speaking of, this is really a big advantage on your T side kagad. And once that it becomes too repetitive, plus malaki na kagad yung gap ng scores, I really do think na itong Best of Fun series nasa pabor ng Fan Plus.
And yeah, I really hope Mouse Sports na andito pa sila sa tournament. I think they're still playing dito sa IEM Fall, maybe sa lower bracket or sa group dito nga ng EU. So hopefully, kasi napaka-interesting yung roster nila. Not gonna lie. I want to see more of BMAS. I want to see more of Frozen. And every time I see them play, it is a treat. Yun nga lang, natatalo sila na madalas kasi they're still trying to adjust to their new IGL na si Dexter. And yeah, but back to the game. Big somehow find a 2-man advantage dito sa my playground area. Flash play galing sa FPX. It's not gonna hit anyone though. Big Okay, changing up their pace instead na magstay doon sa site. Ipupush na lang nila dito ang Fountain with a single flash and they got 3. The aggression paid off para sa kanila and mukhang FPX. Magji-jam time na ba kayo? Pick up the AWP then balik na lang kayo sa base? Yeah.
Na lang ba?
Not the best start, not gonna lie, para dito sa big. I mean, or not the best start para dito sa FPX. I mean, what can you do? One minute pa sa round. I guess wait around. Look at the flowers. Tignan mo kung may lalabas ba na tubig dyan sa fountain.
Tignan natin kung meron pa bang big changes coming in from Fun Plus. Pero gusto ko yung risk play there ng big. Talagang pinushot na itong Fun Plus just to prevent them from being aggressive also papuntang short. Kasi usually doon napapanish yung mga early seconds ng members ng big. Tapos after that, tuloy-tuloy na kagad sa Fun Plus Phoenix. So sabi na big, why don't we also be aggressive when it comes to that? We just risk our play style doon. And speaking of, it worked for them. So that could be a big idea how big might be able to save these rounds up ahead for them. Pero now that the guys of Fun Plus will just be saving, di na din sila pupuntahan ng big masyado dahil wala na ding oras. So that's it. Di na nila inasim pa. This is a good job for them. Meron pa naman silang utilities na pwede gamitin sa next round.
And yeah, sabi ni Boss Carlo Louis Adriano, isa sa mga napaelib ako na offer yan si Farlig. Minsan may pagka-devil yun eh. True. He's like, paano ba i-describe to si Farlig? Man, who's like the closest player dito kay Farlig actually? It's on the tip of my tongue. And I'm a fanboy of this team. And so medyo nakakahiya na nakakalimutan ko yung pangalan niya. He's like yung FPX version ni Hades, basically. Kasi pareho silang demonyo pagdating sa open. If you've guys seen Hades doon sa Ents, that guy is crazy. Kung nakita niyo yung highlight na ginawa niya doon kay Alexi B, that was criminal. Pero, yun na nga. If you've guys seen it, make sure to drop it in the chat para makita din ng mga ibang tao dito sa stream. But, back to the game. Big still, di na sila nag-aggress dito sa Fountain. Instead, they change it up dito sa B short just to set the pace or maybe even change the pace para sa kanila if ever gusto mag-push nga ng FPX dito sa B. But FPX is staying back, waiting for Big to overextend. Gamitin lahat ng nades nila bago sila pumasok ng site. And they want to go to the path of least resistance. And it is looking likely that it will be Monster.
Monster and na naman, well, just someone is behind the pillars waiting for them to come in, pero gusto lang magpadali ngayon ng mga miyembro ng Bigot. Speaking of, Tizian was able to pin down Emmy and wala pang trade-off coming in from Fun Plus dahil ngayon delayed na din sila sobra, plus the big pressure of time kasi speaking of, some of them will be coming right up here in short. Pero tignan mo naman, tatlo na rin na nagbabatay sa may B-site. And the timing hits itself. Meron na nga tayo nakikita dito ang trades. But then, Tizen all over it now. Gets there to fight together with Zen.
And, yun lang. Tabsen is gonna come from behind. He's gonna get Madden. Stiko. Not looking likely, my friend. Mukhang... unless you go mouse sports mode again, then maybe it's possible again. Pero yun nga lang, nandito ka na sa FPX. So you're gonna have to save. Big once again getting the round and really perfect molo galing dito kay Tizia. Not gonna lie, hindi niya tiniming na may nakita siyang player mismo sa harap niya. Instead, inantay na lang before, you know, the nades fly in. And as soon as he saw a single molotov and a single smoke na lumilipad na nga papunta dito sa site, yun na nga, lapag ng molly, di sila makapasok. Unfortunate, nagantay kayo ng matagal sa labas ng site for no reason. And FPX, Phoenix is looking cold right now.
Talagang sumasakto rin sa mga nagko-comment na lumabig bigla yung Fun Plus Phoenix. Siguro let's give it also to the anchors ng mga site. mas effective talaga, mas malaking stronghold na meron si Tizian sa B side. Mas weaker link ng Big ang AS, what we've seen on the previous rounds won by Fan Plus Phoenix against them. So that can be a good idea na Fan Plus instead of going sa may B, kasi palong-palo si Tizian so far. They can go sa may A side. Pero looking at this, makakapagbili pa rin naman sila ngayon ng kanilang mga baril. But then si Tabsen talaga gusto niya asimin this time around. Yan lang ginagawa nila. You delay, you throw out the utilities, plus you delay so much up ahead for them. Pero mukhang alam na din ng Fan Plus Phoenix ang usual na game strat ngayon ng Big. Kaya they will also be throwing up but just to prevent them from taking it. Speaking of taking opportunity pa nga dun para kay Madden nakunan si Tabsen but gets trade off by his Ryzen.
I mean, really good pick-off for both sides. I mean, you eliminate yung threat na naandito si Madden, who's been fragging for FPX dito, and now they're gonna have to rely on the rest of the squad to do something dito sa B site. With success rate in B site, not so high. I mean, for the past rounds, it's only been pistols nga na tumitigil dito sa FPX na pumasok ng site. Oh, yun, napakaganda ng flash, pero Stico with the timing, despite na bulag siya dito. 3v5 situation, the Molotov is gonna come in. Napakadaming damage. Kito with the AWP. Nakuha niya si Stico. Ayun lang. He can find one more, I think. Really good flick dito kay Emmy. That was nasty galing sa kanya. Farlig and Zen na lang natitira. Farlig is out. Zen is the last one. Uy, nakuha na pa dito si Kito. This could be a possibility, pero Searson with the AWP is gonna get him in the end. And yun lang. FPX, 2 straight.
Ito na yung parang not working well for Fan Plus. Pero ganda na sana ng entries ni Madden. Kaso nga lang, ang nangyari doon is double up setup na kaga ng gustong maging advantage ng Big against them, and they are actually doing that trade-offs already that they kind of missed on the first few rounds. Kaya nanalo talaga yung Fan Plus. They haven't traded their teammates at all, pero right now mukhang nakapag-reset na sila. Alam na nila yung pwedeng mga malalaking changes na kailangan nila gawin ngayon going up against Fan Plus. Pero speaking of pistols and just some heroic buy coming in from Madden, just in case he might be able to hit those shots going up against sa Big na nakapag-full buy pa rin ngayon. And speaking of, hindi lang tumama, pero at least may information na si Streisand kagad kung sino ang mga pupunta sa kanyang harapan sa may short ng A.
But this is an easy angle para dito kay Searson. He just needs someone to cover from behind. And I think naandyan na nga si Kito just in time with his own AWP. Oh my God! What a dirty flick into a collateral 3K! Napakaganda naman dito para kay Kito. And Searson, yan ang ating double up defense para dito sa A site. Jesus! I need a replay. May replay. IEM? Hello?
Give it to us, please.
Please! I need a replay, bro. Grabe. Ay, wala nang highlights. I don't think we have it. You guys saw it. You guys saw it. Jesus! Okay, I think Big are back. Definitely Big are back. And especially knowing itong Big, no, they're, alam ko more of a dust-oriented team, but yung, kind of teamwork-oriented playstyle na ginagawa nga nila could also translate dito sa Overpass. And it seems like itong si Kito and si Searson are now online in this game, and FPX trying to get one back quick habang mataas pa yung hype dito sa Big.
Na natin. Uti na talagang pumapalo itong Big. It's working talaga ang kanilang double up. Pero nga lang, he wants to take out of that risk. And speaking of, Emmy kagad yung mauuna. Pero meron lang nasunog kagad si Tizian. But Searson sa may short, tumitingin na nga, sumisilip-silip. He takes out Stico. At gagawin dito ng Big, they will be giving up the site and they will just go for the retake against Fan Plus. Oh, that is one. Meron kaya siya mapipitas? Wala pa naman.
Ayun
that
lang.
time si Tabsen, hindi nila tinitignan. Ba't hindi niya tinitignan si Tabsen? Isa na lang kaga natitira. Let's go with the Pisan. But Sherson hits that shot with the op. And finally, after that 5-0 consecutively, ang Big naman ngayon ay nanalo ng 6 rounds. Sunod-sunod.
And yun, nag-time out na nga yung FPX dito. Their second time out of the half. And yeah, itong Big so far. Ito yung ina-expect ko sa kanila dito sa City side, especially their defense dito sa B has improved really, really well from the past few rounds. I think iniban nila yung mga defenders dito, but overall, just giving FPX a bit of space dito sa B para may ma-retake kayo dito, giving them that false hope na makakaplant sila dito sa B-side pero magra-run out na pala ang kanilang mga smokes with the help of those mollies galing nga sa big members doon sa B short. And FPX, they couldn't handle the flame and mukhang big get the lead back.
Big magandang ginagawa nila. First is they delay with those utilities. Second is that they want to hit the timing always. Kita-kita mo naman na ang ganda ng pagkaka-timing ng ibang mga players nila. They might be giving up the site, but at least they know how they will be able to retake Fun plus Phoenix. Plus, alam nila na kailangan mo natin pumitas. Let's give ourselves na advantage when it comes to the numbers para lang kapag binigay natin yung site, madibilis lang talaga retake. And this boost will absent be able to pin down at least one. Pero wala pa dahil medyo nagtatago lang ang mga member ng Fun Plus. Pero kita-kita mo naman kagad yung advantage ngayon ng big kagad when it comes to their mga guns right now. And Rayson na naman, he's just getting on those angles, pero nga lang alam niya, very confident siya maging aggressive dahil may isa din siyang teammate na nasa behind his back, and that's what happened earlier with Quito hitting those shots. But right now, wala na kagad na tira pa sa may short ng B. Instead, they might be curl themselves up here in A site.
I mean, really good system dito sa A site actually, just putting 2 ops knowing na napakadaming long-range battles na kailangan isipin dito ng big, especially dito sa A-side. He can go all the way dito sa WC. Oh, really quick reaction galing dito kay Searson. No damage galing sa ibang teammates dito sa big. Gets away with his life, Quito. Can you hit the flick? Hits the first one, pero nilabas na nga ang Deagle. Can he get the 1 dig action going dito sa side? Pero hinahabol na siya dito ni Zen. Zen is gonna take down Quito. 3v3. Absent with the AK spray. Teka lang, si Gade na dito para sa bangko and mukhang magde-deposit na nga siya ng mga bullets dito sa FPX and FPX. Yun lang. You get the first 5 rounds, but big, they get 7 back.
When it comes to the numbers, it's favorable sa side ng big. Knowing that this is the side when they will be starting sa city, they need to take a lot of rounds. They need to stop Fantas Phoenix from getting a lot of momentum. Pero the fact na si Sharson kagad, nabuhay pa siya with those spams coming in from the bats and of course from the short, alam natin na it's going to be a big advantage. Plus, they haven't picked out kung sino man yung nasa bangko, kaya nakapag-deposit nga sila, gaya na sinabi ni Sticky. Kaya to, si Sharson, nagpapaka-aggressive lang because he's so confident that he'll be able to take out those frags kapag tumingin ka kagad. Magiging mind ka na kayo just like in Shopee. Pero speaking of, they will be backing out, just throwing the lace sa Fun Plus Phoenix para kapag nagpaka-aggressive yung Fun Plus, hindi sila mapipitas at all.
And I like na ginagawa ito ni Searson, no? He's keeping it a mystery kung nasan siya palagi. Uy, okay, threatening itong si Stico from the base, pero Quito, uy, teka lang, may nag-push pala sa smoke, but no problem. Still gets Madden dito despite the very, very unexpected play galing sa kanya. Pero Farley, ito na nga sinasabi ko, he's going aggressive but he's not gonna hit the shot dito kay Tabsen. Mukhang on point lahat ang players ngayon ng big. Ooh, really nice shot galing dito kay Zen. Or rather, si Zen is gonna get hit with a really nice shot galing dito kay Quito. Ooh, good angle galing kay Tabsen. Di in-expect ni Emmy. And big. Yeah, bad start, pero they recovered really quick. Mukhang 8-5 na nga.
Nasira bigla yung form ng Fun Plus Phoenix just because of what happened earlier sa few seconds ng round na ito. They get easily distracted with how big goes with the off angles, pero si Stico wala siya information na meron sa kanyang likod. At ngayon, he might be saving. And he gets also Quito. Aware na sila, pero too late already for the trades coming in from a big. Pero oof! Nakapag-save pa nga siya ngayon ng off. Thompson, pinabagsak na nga niya. At least, di ba? Even if that previous round was really expensive, he was able to save at least one. And maybe that can also be a game changer for the side of Fun Plus Phoenix. But right now, I really do think that the momentum itself, nasa side ng big, they make themselves so unpredictable right now in CT, and they just want to tell Fun Plus that we don't want you getting a lot of momentums anymore dahil kailangan talaga namin to capitalize ang meron sa amin sa may CT.
And yeah, I mean, big doing a great job. Yun nga, switching their players around dito sa Bapa. Hindi sila nagmumukhang static dito. Hindi nga static itong si Tabsen. Mukhang araw ni Tabsen ngayon na. Quito getting the kill with that M4. And FPX on a really bad place, Tico. Matatag na nga through the wall itong si Gade. Pero okay lang yan. 11 HP pero pogi pa rin ang tropa natin itong si Gade. 9-5. I mean, big. Really big lead dito sa first half after nga yung slump ng 5. But big, especially itong si Tabsen and si Quito. They came online dito sa ating first half and now is leading the charge para dito sa big. I mean, guys, I know it initially seemed like hindi mo ang city-sided yung map na to, which is sorta true. Sorta true na at this point. Hindi ko na alam anong papaniwalaan ko kung city-sided ba or city itong Overpass. Pero yeah, big. This is an example kung paano mo lalaroin ang city side dito ng Overpass. You have to keep it dynamic. Hindi lang pwedeng magsistay ka lang dun sa site.
We also need to be creative, pero mukhang si Zenny gets Tabsen out of their round once again. Quito, will he manage to at least get a good pinpoint? Pero unfortunately, wala. He pops out that flash. Maganda kagad yung magiging control ng Fun Plus papuntang short. So this is going to be good sa kanila. Pero still, asimin lang talaga na si Sherson. Unti-unti sila nag-audition. But once he picks out, he gets something. Pero hindi pa rin siya napitas at all. And speaking of, kailan kaya nila patutumba si Sherson dahil wala na kagad chance ngayon sa Fun Plus dahil he can just delay so much up ahead sa side ng FPX. Pero ito si Tico on the other side of the map. He gets out the Gade pero gets a good trade lang naman coming in from Tizian. Pero maraming pangyayari on both side of the map. But what's more important right now that it's going to be a 2v2 with a lot of time left for our Fun Plus Phoenix.
Kailangan mahanap ni Searson. Never mind. Searson's gonna get found here dito nga sa connector area. Pero Farlig pupunta dito sa long. And mukhang tatapusin na nga dito ni Farlig with that AWP 9-6. Naka-bonus pa ng isa dito ang FPX. Pero yun nga, nagmumukhang malamig nga ang FPX dito sa ating first half after nag-streak ang big. Those really quick rounds, not gonna lie. I mean, not as quick as Asian CS, guys. I mean, I've been casting 5E and that is really quick. Like, mga 30 minutes lang yung mga 15-40 na matches and it's really amazing to see. Pero yun na nga, iba naman yung pace dito ng EU. Mukhang big like to take it a bit more slow in FPX. Kung gusto nila sumabay dito sa tango nga ng slow dance ng big, then mukhang di pa rin sila makakasabay kasi sila yung may advantage.
Although sobrang naging frozen movie ang start ng big on the first half, on the first few rounds, 5 rounds, biglang bumawi na din sila. We all thought that it's going to be on the side of Fun Plus Phoenix on the first half, but looks like they were really denied by big. Pero good have pa rin yun. Good have pa rin para sa side ng Fun Plus yun. Imagine a 6-9 scoreline. If they want the pistol on the second half, it's going to be favorable on their side also. They can force out of the second round. Then maybe they can get pa already yung kanilang third round. So it might be a possible 9-9 scoreline. Pero feel ko, the fact that sobrang lamig ng big on the first few rounds and nanalo lang nga kagad po, sobrang ganda lang ng momentum ng Fun Plus Phoenix. At least it's not a bad half for them here in the Overpass. Kasi usually, you will see talaga might be a 10-5, but on that last round itself, they still got ahead of it. And speaking of 6-9 na nga ang ating score, and let's see how big naman will be playing on the T side. Kasi usually, stronghold nga nila ay ang City, but with the amount of experience that maybe that they have here in Overpass, does us so much that this time around, maybe they change a little bit on their form sa may T side.
And especially, habang may malaking strength pa naman, I wouldn't say malaki kasi Big really figured out anong gustong gawin dito ng FPX sa first half except for that last round. And I think Big should try to find the reason why kung bakit sila nananalo doon sa first 6 rounds nila and try to replicate it dito sa City side kasi merong weakness itong Big. I mean, they're really susceptible sa mga very, very passive na defense na hindi nagpaparamdam doon sa mga rounds and, they're gonna be forced to go for the burst, which is not their best play, not gonna lie. Kung mag-burst itong Big, hindi nila ito yung pinaka go-to na play na gusto nilang gawin dito. So, if they can force Big in a very uncomfortable position, then, G lang yan. And FPX can definitely get this half back. But still, I mean, big on T side, especially dito sa Overpass, the amount of sets na pwede nilang gawin, dami. And alam mo naman yung big with those nades, they're really, really good with those throwables.
What we've observed kanina sa kanila sa may CD to add on what you said, Nikki, first is the delay so much, and it's not impossible that every round at least they'd be able to get a utility kill, and kita-kita natin yun, nag-manifest yun on those rounds na sobrang pinatigil na nila yung aggressiveness ng Fun Plus. But as of now, as we go in the second half, who's gonna get who? Sino kaya magkakaroon ng bigger advantage? Gusto na ba tapusin ito ng big dahil may advantage sila by 3 rounds? Although, syempre, hahabol pa rin talaga hanggang makahabol itong Fun Plus Phoenix. But the fact that they defeated, syempre, ang Mouse Sports in Nuke, tapos sobrang close gap lang. I really do think they have a lot of strats upcoming here in their CD side. But as we start, dito kaya mas may makakalamang. Pero di ko pa I haven't seen yet much of Fun Plus Phoenix. I think all throughout, ever since nga yung previous tournament na sinalihan nila. Ngayon na lang ulit. So, bukang bumili talaga yung Fun Plus Phoenix this time around ng mga need.
Then they're gonna need mid.
So, this
hindi.
is
What?
Bakit hindi? Okay. Maybe they have a different approach.
This is a banger strat, not gonna lie, galing dito sa FPX, but still, Tizian with the kills, pero mukhang sasagasahan lang ng big ang gusto maging plano dito ng FPX. The nade, out of the 2 nades, or 3 nades na nanggaling dito sa FPX, 3 were dropped dito sa connector, and 2 were unexploded. Yun lang, big. I don't think in-expect din ng FPX na nahandun lahat ng mga big members with the exception na si Tabsen, who's gonna get 2 members dito sa B short. Tizian and Quito out, but still pwede pa tong i-push ng big. Meron pa naman silang flash for utility. May magagawa pa naman sila dito. Madden with the tap, pero si Tabsen makukuha niya yung double goosh dito kay Stico. Madden trying to get the taps with the USP, pero 49 HP na lang siya. 1 goosh with the Glock, and he's gonna go down. Tamang jiggle lang from both of the members. Gage, you don't have to overextend, pero the 2-man peek! Too close for comfort dito para kay Gade, but still, big get around.
Sobrang ganda ng predict ng big against them sa may connector, sa may mid. Na-spaman lang sila kagad, isa-isa lang bumagsak, and the numbers game favored for big actually. Pero nga lang, muntikan pa yun The USP advantage kicks in, pero kasi mas low ang HP na syempre si Madden going up against 2. But at least Gade was able to save the day for big, and it's going to be big winning that round. The 10-6 na ang ating scoreline, and they will syempre force a lot out of themselves already. And speaking of, pero kayang first few frags coming from Far League, unfortunately, wala na muna siyang hit ngayon with that scout.
So, pag may mabawasan pa siya with the scout, that could be huge para dito sa FPX. They only need 1 shot with that deagle para matapos nga ang isang player, as the scout does deal 87 and the deagle does 34 from really far away considering yung nerfs. And FPX, naghahanap sila ng mga picks dito, and I think Big is doing a really great job. Ito yung anti-force buy strat that they can go for. Might as well go for those close range fights. Especially knowing na meron sila Mac 10 dito. They just have to dance around yung mga deagles dito ng FPX. And as soon as they can get that, then they can get this free A-site take. Pero walang ni isang tao dito sa B-site. And it seems like FPX, they don't want to rotate.
At least, they don't want to. Kasi kapag nakapag-rotate sila ng malaki, baka maging advantage pa yun ng big. And speaking of trades by trades, pero the fact na nakakuha na rin kagad, ay di na pala sila makakuha. Pero tingnan natin kung maging advantage pa rin ito ng Fun Plus. Unfortunately, hindi, because look at the control that Big has all over sa may site. And speaking of, they're just gonna be waiting for Stico to come in. And nakabang lang agad si Kito with that Galil. And we only have one that's going to be Emmy himself versus the 3 members of a Big that has a big control already here in A site.
And that's the best case scenario para dito. So Big, not gonna lie, they just get the side easily, lose 2 members, that's fine. They can just buy going into the next round, or pwedeng ibigay ni Tabsen yung Galil dito kay Tizian. or kay Gade. It depends on the person who wants it more. Pero, yeah, I mean, para naman sa FPX, worst case scenario, I mean, the scout player died instantly pagpasok nga ni Tabsin dun sa site, and the rest of the members na nakakuha nga ng kill dito, etong si Madden, hindi sila nakakuha ng baril eh. When they try to get a gun, meron palang nakaabang dito kay Stico.
At na ng trades na ng big, pero kita naman natin din yung advantage sa baril. But if only they went for the crossfires maybe itself. Pero kasi di sila nag-back off eh. Talagang kinontest sila sa may short. Nagpaka-aggressive din yung Fun plus Phoenix. I mean, it's a high risk, high reward play sometimes and they need to do it talaga. But so far, Big has a bigger advantage by 5 rounds already coming right up from the 3 advantage. Ngayon, 5 naman. And still, medyo expensive yung previous round na yun because of some full armor buys from Front Plus. So, mapapa-force na naman sila mag-save sa round na ito.
Yeah, and FPX not in the best place economically dito, considering that they did force buy nga sa second round and now they're gonna be on that eco. Dito sa third, maybe they can try to stop itong Big, but Searson has other ideas with this back 10. Mukhang si Tabsin, he's gonna leave the door open para dito sa FPX. Libreng Galil, pagpasok mo, pero meron palang Madden na gustong mag-offer din ng Deagle dito, pero Searson with the back 10 is gonna fire back. Farley against Tico. I mean, 2 USPs versus a Galil Mac 10, and a Galil not gonna work out in his favor. I mean, usually from what I've seen, pero Stico, yun lang. Tatapusin na ni Tizian ang round and 12-6. I mean, yeah, big. 4 points na lang. They can get this win and move on dito sa group stage.
Pero tignan natin kung ito na nga din ba yung oras na hindi pag-move on itong Fun plus Phoenix dahil bumili na nga sila na madami ang nakabili na din sila ng full buyers right now on their side, and let's see if it will be effective already up ahead. Pero tatandaan mo nararamdaman mo ng init sa big Nung duels pa lang, kahit ano man yung gamitin na lang baril, tumututok pa rin talaga. They get those frags easily right up ahead. But right now, hindi nag-double up ang FPX, kundi they will just be heading with the M4A1S. Ayan na yung meta na nararamdaman natin, but will be the new meta work for the side of Fun Plus as they are now contesting sa may city side nila. Boom. This is their first full buy, and if they will be losing this once again, baka half buy na lang sila sa next round, pero sa big talaga, they have the total domination. And speaking of, they're just taking their time with the passive playstyle. But at least, di rin sila nagpapa-info pa kagad kung nasaan sila para di rin sila mag-guess out ng Fun Plus.
And yeah, Fun Plus having a hard time trying to guess whatever Big is trying to do. Ooh, Tapsin, what is that? He got wallbanged. Farlig is shaking in his boots, man. Nakikita ko na. I mean, Stico, nakuha na dito si Quito, but still, Big. Not much spoiled para sa side ng FPX. Many mollies, many flashes, many smokes na na-waste galing sa kanila. All they have is some nades and some flashes para ma-prevent nga ang push dito galing sa Big. And Big, look at the amount of utility that they have. Nasa side nila, they only need one pick. And if anyone overextends dito sa side ng FPX, even an inch, this could be an instant punish para dito sa side ng Big, and they're gonna decide to push into the side. Molotov, this is Zen na. Dito pa rin nasa gitna ng pillar, and they're gonna try to look for him. Is it gonna work out para dito sa Big? Oh no. Seryoso na lang, and I think he's gonna go Jame time his way back into the T-base and try to save this up.
Oh, pero wala na din. Hindi na nila masisilip pa. And that is what we're telling. When it comes to full buy na ng Fun plus Phoenix, syempre, ayaw nilang malamangan sila. But the aggressiveness coming from Stico, he gets the head of, kagad doon. That's pretty important up ahead para sa kanila. And the good angle holds. Sabi nga natin, hindi din sila kasi nakapitas kagad sa may naghihintay sa kanila, sa may pillar or sa may toxic. Kaya naging advantage pa rin yon ng Fun Plus up ahead. And it's working for them so far. But with the AK buys, tignan natin if Big will be able to survive this round once again and makapag-shopping pa sila ng M4 Suppressor. Okay. Tignan natin, aasimin nga ba nila ito? Oh, Nauna masyado si Quito. Info lang ang kaya niyang i-provide pa sa kanyang team since he bought out that Deagle. Pero walang follow-up ang nangyari.
And yeah, I mean, big. Not getting any trade para dito kay Quito. -1 na yung rifler nila dito, but still, Searson with the AWP is a really big threat para dito sa big. If he can get one dito sa B especially, knowing na wala masyadong backup galing dito sa FPX, which is pushed all the way dito sa party area, and the flashes are gonna start to fly in. Tignan natin, can Emmy defend on his own with his Emperor A1S? He's gonna get gate, pero yun na nga lang, si Tabsen, despite na bulag, nakuha ni si Stico and si Emmy. Molotov galing dito kay Zen, 40 seconds na lang natitira sa clock, pero Tizian, somehow nakuha na dito si Madden, and si Zen na lang natitira. That was supposed to be Madden, the last person left alive, pero si Zen na andito pa sa site. Somehow, this is a possible clutch, pero they know that he's playing in water. And Tizian with the peak, tamang jiggle peak lang, flash. And yun na nga, Tabsen with a quick headshot. And big. Okay, really good place economically. I mean, itong FPX, they cannot afford an AWP, so walang threat na pwedeng i-present dito ng FPX with that early 5v4. And mukhang big. Them having the op is pretty huge. Paano namatay dito si ano? Wait, paano namatay dito yung isang member?
Yeah. Si Quito ay sacrificial lamb. Sacrificial lamb para makakuha ng info.
No
pero...
way, man. Imagine kung ikaw si Madden, no? Tapos ang tagal mo mag-rotate galing dun sa T-spawn just to get shot in the head. That's so unlucky.
Papaya. Pero, ayun nga. Feel ko din yung information na nakita siya ng dalawa sa may short. It became helpful din para sa Nikito kahit na-pick off siya kagad with that dig only para makapag-push sila kagad papuntang monster. So, that can be the big factor ng big into setting up sa B site. And right now, since wala ngang maifa-force ang Fun plus Phoenix, they want to get with that scout. If Farlig, pag pumalo si Farlig with that scout and early frag, pwedeng maging tables turned. Favoring pa ang Fun plus against big.
Nades para dito sa boost. Yun lang, naapektuhan pa rin dito si Madden, down to 74. And I think Big is just gonna play this slow. Taking their time para makontrol ang mapa na to bago pumasok ng site, knowing that they have the advantage in terms of weaponry. So kung straight up fights ang hanap nila dito, mapapanalo talaga nila. Pero Quito, di na alam na nandun pala si Stico na nasa taas with that surf. Dito sa connected, the flash is not gonna work out. Galing dito kay Madden, pero Zen, he gets one in return. 3v3 bigla ang situation dito, pero meron pa palang Madden dito sa side trying to get something with this Deagle. 3 bullets and a dream. Hindi niya makukuha si Gade. Farlig though, perfect scenario para dito sa scout. Ooh, nabawasan pa siya dito. How brave is Gade that he's still peeking this man with the scout. Molotov ilalabas just to prevent anything from happening. Galing dito kay Farlig, and Farlig, he's looking scared, man.
Yun talaga. Hey, nako,
okay ka lang,
silipin mo
Farlig.
nga. Antok na ata si Farlig. Yung
He
iba
looks
pa daw
scared.
yung...
He looks like a scared kid.
Oo nga eh, no? May kumukha siya artista eh. Nalimutan ko lang kung sino. He looks like someone from K-drama. I forgot. Reply 1988
Okay, guys.
ata yan.
Kung nanonood kayo ng K-drama,
May
against
kahawig
the
siya. Sa Reply 1988, kasi yung haircut niya mukhang yung kang 1980s. So, 14-7 na nga. Grabe, pinatigil na yung mundo ng Fun plus Phoenix. Grabe naman kayo, Big. Palong-palo. They maybe started it very slow, pero yung slow pala nun ay okay lang para mag-init sila lalo. Dalawa na lang before they can finally achieve victory. Pero nga lang, kita mo Finors na ulit ng Fun plus. They just need to risk it eh. Kasi kapag next round pa sila magsisettle, na kagad, match point na. So why, di ba? Why do that when you can just force it out sa round na ito? And Far League, he wants to be aggressive with that op. Pero nga lang mukhang mas palong-palo to si Shrison is pretty confident with this. But if Far League will be able to pin down at this one, that's going to
He's
be
gonna
the
retake
game
it.
changer. Ang ganda ng pag-block na. Very smart, utilities.
Farlig, no! Farlig! Farlig is beyond tilted, man, at this point. Oh my god. man, smoking the molly pero hindi na. Oh, yun, Bogdan. Bogdan pero scout yung pinalit. I mean, Madden, ikaw na bahala, man. Seems like kinakabahan na masyado dito si Farley, only getting 9 frags the whole game, and Madden gonna be the first victim dito kay Searson. Scout, babalik din pala dito kay Farley yung AWP, but Tabsen is gonna get Sen. Yun na nga, pero 7 HP ka na lang, kaya isang bullet lang galing kay Tabsen and it's already enough. Uy, nade. Ayun lang. Nade naglaan dito kay Emmy. But Stiko, Emmy, I feel like save na lang to. I mean, what is there to save? Not gonna lie. FAMAS MP9, not the best thing to save, not gonna lie.
Wala eh. Tapos kailangan pa naman yan ihabol mo sa close range. Dapat unpredictable yung positionings nila later on. But then I think this is pretty favorable sa side ng Big. Sobrang unstoppable nila kagad. I was thinking that FunPlus might be able to get a good scoreline sa kanilang second half because they're at City. Pero the fact that it's just 2 rounds, sarami po silang naigib sa first half kaysa second half. Hirap talaga sila ngayon into telling how will Big goes from the passive-aggressive style of gameplay. They take things so slow sa first few seconds ng game. Pero sometimes, chichiling rhythm eh. Biglang bumibilis, biglang bumabagal. Hindi talaga ma-predict ng FunPlus at all if how they'll be able to execute it. But we're seeing just some few of the timeouts when they could have done that earlier. Pero siguro kasi kita naman nila na medyo kaya workable pa naman sa kanila. But it's now or never sa FunPlus. Kailangan talaga nila tong ma-figure it out bago pa maipanalo na nga ito ng Big against them.
And yeah, match point para dito sa Big. And they look like they're just gonna close out this game if everything goes as expected. MP9 para kay Emmy. Zen with that FAMAS. Rest is M4A1S. Definitely the new meta is coming in with that rifle. And yeah, tamang smokes lang dito sa mid. Pero not too aggressive. Galing dito sa FPX just to try to threaten itong mga players dito sa Bay Fountain area. But they seem to have the wrong idea kung saan gustong puntahan dito ng Big, where they want to take a site. Itong si Tizian, he can get 1 here. From the pattern na nakikita ko dito kay Tizian, he's gonna get 1. Gonna get traded out dito kay Quito. And that's instantly an advantage para dito sa Big. And they're not anywhere near dito sa A site. So pag tumakbo na nga yung Big dito, they're gonna get that one for free. But they have a different idea dito sa connector. Tabsen, yun lang na instant punish dito si Zen. And mukhang tapos na nga ang laban na to. A really quick one. You know, quick 53-minute game. Kung gusto pang i-stretch dito ng onti dito ni Stiko and ni Emmy, they can.
Ay.
I mean, Stiko getting a kill dito kay Quito. Teka lang, pag makuha pa si Tabsen, it's looking great. Pero Tabsen, definitely his game. Itong Overpass. I mean, 22-10. He can make it 23-10 pag naspatan niya nga dito si Emmy. Looking for that 3K para lang matapos ang round. Tamang taps. Alam niya na eh. Like, he knows that he's there. Game sense lang yan. Free fire. Uy, hindi nag-workout. No 23 para dito sa kanya. Pero Gade gets the kill in the end. But still, a really quick game para dito sa Big. And yeah, I mean, what do we expect galing dito sa Big? Medyo malamig yung start nila, but as soon as they got the read dito sa FunPlus Phoenix, they got it back really quick. I mean, 52-minute game, expected galing dito sa Big.
First, we're all expecting this is pretty doing well at side ng FunPlus. Alam na natin na pwedeng ito yung maging decider for them winning a lot of rounds sa first half. Pero nga lang, Big, alam naman natin, when it comes to them, even if they give out those rounds, makakapag-comeback sila kahit na paano. And kita mo naman yung scoreline, napakabilis lang ng mga pangyayari compared sa mga set of games na kinastaban ni Steve. I think this is one of the
I wish this was, not gonna lie, I wish ito yung 2 AM game natin. Not gonna lie kung ganito kabilis. Pero, I mean, just to point out, I mean, that was just a good game galing sa Big. Not gonna lie, especially from yung dalawang players nila na si Searson and si ano dito, no? Si Tabsen. It was just their game. I mean, there's not much analysis to do so. Ang mainit lang talaga yung dalawang players na to, and FPX could not keep up with the frags in Overpass. So, really unfortunate para sa kanila that they ran into Big this early on dito sa bracket. So, I guess para dito sa FPX, good luck with the other team seeds to group because it's not looking likely that they're gonna beat Big anytime soon.
Still a lot of experience that Big holds. Siguro yun din yung pwede nating tignan dito. Pero sa Overpass ito na nga it's either Fun Plus will be winning that or meron na namang additional dagdag para sa stats that Big has when it comes to this map. But right now, we'll be seeing a lot of games pa para sa araw na ito. Pero nga lang, best of 1 lang ito. Kaya nanalo na nga kagad ang Big up against Fun Plus Phoenix. And now, for the next game, we will be casting ito. Kaabang-abang dahil medyo dikit nga magiging laban. Heroic versus Astralis. Yan yung aabangan natin. But right now, we'll be taking a short break here in here in IEM Fall 2021. We are Shoutcasters. I'm Ray, and of course, join me here is Nicky Frag, and we'll be right back after this break.
These are the moments I don't think anybody is going to forget.
At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea. Attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was born. Sounds good, right? Well, yeah, but not as good as it could. So we brought high fidelity audio to gaming. We didn't do it for the awards. We did it so you could get immersed in your games, hear bad guys better, and shit yourself when you get shot at. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. Imagine being a 90s gamer kid and these are your options. A mouse with one button. Your dad's mouse. Thanks for nothing, Dad. A mouse you got free in the mail. The only consistency you had was consistently missing shots. So at SteelSeries, we got to work on improving the gaming mouse. Pixel perfect precision was finally in play. But aim isn't everything. You also need brain. We were the first to onboard an ARM chip, letting you tweak performance settings and save them to your mouse. Then we added a liftoff sensor for complete vertical control. True one-to-one tracking was born. Your hand equals your aim. If you suck, that's a problem we can't solve. If it's your mouse, that's one we can. Innovation is in our blood. Always has been, always will be. For glory. At SteelSeries, we solve problems, not climate change level problems. Sorry, future generations. Video game problems. Like when gamers communicated by taping microphones to their faces.
Seriously?
So we had an idea. Attach mic to headset. The gaming headset was